I got a question for you. You might not have voted for Trump, but ask yourself this. Do you feel comfortable with this guy as president? Honestly, do you feel secure? Do you feel safe knowing that he's going up against the Chinese leader, Vladimir, and Russia? And they're probably colluding together by the way they're disrespecting us on interviews, and especially today when Biden met with the leader of China. Do you feel safe? I'll let you decide. Watch these videos.
When you were a candidate in 2008, as I was, and I said if I got bin Laden in our sights, I would take that shot, you said we shouldn't move heaven and earth to get one man. And you said we should ask Pakistan for permission. And even some in my own party, including my current vice president, had the same critique as you did.
If you were ever handed a piece of intelligence that said you can stop an imminent attack on Americans, but you have to use an airstrike to take out a terror leader, would you pull the trigger?
Well, we did. The guy's name was Osama bin Laden.
And didn't you tell President Obama not to go after bin Laden that day?
I did.
The president, he went around the table with all the senior people, including the chiefs of staff. And he said, I have to make this decision. What is your opinion? Mr. President, my suggestion is don't go. My suggestion is don't go. Don't go.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk. Go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store. Joey, baby! In a supermarket. And you ain't black. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. As one computer said, if you're on the train and they say Portal Bridge, you know you better make other plans.
It looks like a tornado. They don't call them that anymore.
Barack and I think it's a right for people that bad at healthcare. Are there people in the Republican Party who think we're sucking the blood out of kids? What must be what? Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. No little expression, time is money. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort.
The point I'd like to make, if you cannot see the beating of the war drums, just look. They're bringing it up in subtle messages, subtle hints about how they're going to defend this, they're going to do that, and then you have China at the same time making moves on Taiwan. Guarantee you that's what's happening. They're using this Russian invasion to learn what to do and what not to do. It's bad. Trust me. It's about to get really bad. It's very concerning.
Now here's something you are not going to hear on the mainstream media. What you do hear is warmongers arguing that we must protect Ukraine because it is a quote-unquote democracy. But they're lying. Ukraine isn't actually a democracy. For example, to hold on to power, Ukraine's president shut down the 3 TV stations that were openly criticizing him and his policies, imprisoned the head of the opposition political party that had come in second place in their elections, and went and arrested and jailed that party's leaders. This is exactly what Putin has been accused of doing. But Ukraine did this all with the support of the United States.
When you think about what President Biden should do, I think there's a bipartisan movement right here. Provide them the MiGs. Provide them the planes where they can create a no-fly zone. Provide them the armament that they need to continue to fight a war that they did not create.
We're really going to fight a war over some corrupt Eastern European country that is strategically irrelevant to us, with everything else that's going on right now in our own country? No normal person would ever want to do anything like that. Polls show that most Americans are completely opposed to fighting Russia over Ukraine because they're not demented. But you know who's very much in favor of it? Well, defense contractors, including Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin's former employer, Raytheon. For defense contractors, war means massive profits, by definition. In just the last few years, the U.S. has spent more than $2 billion on military aid to this nation called Ukraine that most people couldn't identify on a map.
To a stunning report from Newsweek, a Russian dissident named Vladimir Osheskin claims to have obtained leaked letters from an FSB whistleblower saying the CCP was just months away from launching its own invasion. Xi Jinping was at least tentatively considering the capture of Taiwan in the autumn. There's a colossal power struggle among the party elite, though. Now, after the events in Ukraine, this window of opportunity